Ever wondered who stood where you're standing now or who lived where you live now in the early days when the Suncoast was first being settled? ABC 7's Linda Carson joins us now with a place we call home. Linda.
Kathy Slusher's new book, From a Heavenly Land, Caroline's Story, is a novel. It's based on historical facts, and Caroline Lindemeyer Fogarty was a real flesh and blood woman who helped shape this place we now call home. Caroline's family were German immigrants, lured to Florida in the 1880s by the state, hoping to create a German settlement. She lived near Ellington.
She met Will Fogarty at a dance here in Bradenton, and they fell in love and got married.
They moved to Fogartyville.
Fogartyville was a small community. They had their own bakery and their shops. It was really a community of fishermen and seamen. And when Caroline and Will married, Caroline moved into this house with her in-laws and also with her grandmother-in-law.
She and Will had 4 children. He was killed in a shipwreck in 1906.
He was on his boat, the Vandalia, and it was just off of Cape Marco near the Naples area when a storm came up and he was shipwrecked. He and all the crew were lost in the shipwreck, and they never found his body.
The memory stayed with his children forever.
One of the sons, Arthur Babe Fogarty, told me about he and his brothers and sisters standing in the upstairs of the house, looking out the window, looking down the river, hoping to see their father sail home.
In 1910, Caroline moved the family to St. Pete. Those were difficult days for women.
And after her husband, Will, died, she actually had to petition the county government for guardianship of her own children because of the laws that were set with men being in control of property and finances.
She got involved in the women's rights movement.
And she and others like her paved the way for our world as it is today.
When the Depression hit, the Fogartys lost much of their property because they couldn't pay their taxes. Fogartyville merged with Bradenton and disappeared. And with the arrival of the automobile, many of the Fogartys turned from the sea to ground transportation.
And it started a moving company. Some people may have heard of Fogarty Brothers Transfer Company.
Caroline outlasted Fogartyville by more than 70 years. She now lies in the Fogartyville Cemetery.
She died at 102 in St. Petersburg, and her husband, because his marker was here, they brought her body back here to be next to his marker.
After her husband's death, Caroline still lived with her mother-in-law, Eliza. And they say when Eliza got mad at Caroline, she'd throw $100 bills into the fire and threaten to burn Caroline's inheritance if she didn't obey her.